Today, I am teaching my girlfriend how to ride a skateboard, or in this case, a longboard we got at Target. How do you feel?
Nervous.
She's never ridden any kind of skateboard. We got her some knee pads and elbow pads, also from Target. Before we get started, do you want to leave the plastic wrapping on it or off?
How is it supposed to be?
It's not supposed to be on there.
Then take it off.
I'm gonna show her how to stand up on the board, how to go on the board, how to turn on the board. This one doesn't turn, but to turn. The very first thing is you're gonna wanna position your skateboard if it's your first time. Put the wheels in a crack. So when you step on it, it's not gonna roll away. I'm gonna have you come over here and do your best to stand on the board with your front foot first. Hold on. So your front foot is gonna go right about here, right? Stand up, just stand on it. And your back foot's gonna go right about here. Have you noticed the 4 bolts in the front, 4 bolts in the back? Generally, you want your front foot behind those 4 bolts in the front and your back foot in front of the back 4 bolts in the back, just to start out with. Now, experienced skaters, you guys know, you can put your foot on that tail. That way you can turn or you can do tricks and things like that. For a beginner, you don't want to be doing that because your center of gravity needs to be right in the middle. All right, now try to get off and get back on again. I'm not gonna help you this time.
Like right here?
Wherever you think.
Oh gosh. Ah. I did.
You're doing it. Now take your toes and go back and forth like this just a little bit. Look at that. Now step off. See? One thing out of the way. Stepping on it with no assistance. Now it's time for the next step, and that is standing on it when there isn't a floor underneath it, like this. There's no floor to stop it. There's no crack. Because, if you keep going, you won't see me anymore. But I'm over here, guys. I'm over here. So that's what you got to do. I'm going to move it right here, just to the middle of this concrete square. I'll put my foot right here in the back to stop it, but then I'm gonna move my foot out of the way. So step on it, put your foot a little bit more forward, right there, yep. And your back foot, see, it's starting to move. So it's gonna move. The skateboard is gonna move. You wanna, basically if it moves, move with it. I'll show you. So if I get on it and I'm anticipating it to stay still, right? I'm gonna be freaking out like this. I'll be doing this. That's how you get that jerky movement. But if I know it's gonna move, I'm gonna get on it, see how it's moving forward, I'm gonna move with it, right? And it's starting to move back. So I'm gonna accept it, and I'm gonna move with the board. If I'm trying to stay this way, and the board's going that way, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go, and then I'll have a broken head. You've heard of Humpty Dumpty, right?
Yes.
Okay, we don't want Humpty Dumpty to happen today, so.
Oh, darn it.
Okay. I put my foot here, stop the board from rolling away. It's gonna roll back because you're on a hill, but at first it might roll forward. So anticipate the movement. Okay, let go of me. I'm gonna move my foot.
Oh God, no.
Okay. Okay, step off. Oh my gosh. So when you step on a board, your left foot or your dominant foot goes in the front and your other foot goes in the back. When you step off the board, it's the opposite. So your back foot goes off. So you step on, step off. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Now try it. Step off. Step on.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the Karate Kid movie. Wax on, wax off, right? Step off. All right, we've made some progress. I forgot to mention in the very beginning of this video, when you're getting on a skateboard, you have to figure out if you're regular or goofy. Right now, off the top of my head, I cannot remember which one is which, but basically, if you're getting on a board, guys, you want to figure out what feels more natural, which direction of travel feels more natural. So if I'm sitting this way, on this side of the board, the tail is on my left side, all right, the front of the board. I feel like it's more natural for me to be heading that way. Left would be the forward for me. Sometimes, some people stand out this way and they want to move forward with it being on the right side. For me, this feels awkward. This feels weird to me. So So I like my left side being forward. So does it feel better if you're standing like this going that way, or sitting like this going that way? Let's find out.
This feels weird.
That feels weird?
Yeah.
So maybe you're like me and you want to stand the opposite way. I need you to learn how to go forward now. Since you can stand on it with no assistance on a crack, you're gonna have to learn how to move in order to stand on it when there's no crack. Right here, there's no crack. If I stand on it, it's gonna move forward and back, right? You don't really know how to move yet, so we're gonna teach you how to move with it and stand.
Might not be cut out for this.
I think you are. I think you can do it. Imagine one day you're at the beach, Long Beach, California, on a sidewalk, just longboarding.
No.
Okay. Well,
I would prefer to walk.
we have
Bike.
different daydreams. Well, let's try this again, shall we? No, we're not doing the crack. We're moving it out of the way. You're not getting it. You don't get a crack. Expect it to go forward. Ready? Don't lean on me. Step off. Back foot first.
Huh?
Back foot first. Boom. So since there's a hill actually going this way, you guys are downhill from me, okay? So the skateboard is gonna roll this way. I'm thinking if I put her here and let it roll a little bit, she'll be able to feel it move on her own. Stand on it, but you don't lean on me.
No.
Don't lean on me.
No.
Stand up, stand up. You got it? Okay, step off, step off. Take a second, take a break. I might just teach her this way. I might just have her sit down and push off. I don't know. One day, she's gonna learn the ways of a skateboarder. And today's gonna be that day. I've decided maybe we need to take a few steps back and have her sit down first to get it moving. So you wanna position your booty in front of the 4 bolts in the very back, okay? Put your feet like this. Don't use your hands to stop, by the way, okay? So when you start moving, don't put your hands on the concrete to stop because it's gonna rip your hands apart. I'm gonna go ahead and push her off using the skateboard on the ground. We'll see what happens. Ready? Now we need to go back. This is the best way to learn. Do what the kids do. Some people have it easy. They just get on the board and go. I started skateboarding when I was about 8 or 9. I remember seeing a Chuck E. Cheese commercial where he had the board and he did this. And I was like, I bet I could do that. I went to Walmart. I got my very first skateboard for 10 bucks. It had plastic trucks on it. What a dream, right? I didn't know anything about skateboards. I was a kid. I got it. All I had was a driveway, you know, and a few sidewalks at my house just leading to the door. I rode that thing around for a couple months until basically the trucks broke because they were plastic. Then I would beg and beg and beg my family members to get me metal trucks. Because I was like, well, the people in the video have metal trucks, so I need metal trucks. Got a few of those. All I ever got were Walmart and Target boards. And still to this day, I have not purchased a real branded skateboard. But, you know, it's fine. I still learned. Anyways, today, we're teaching her how to ride a skateboard. So far, she can stand on it. If there's a crack, if a crack is there, just like this. But if she's got to go, she doesn't want to go. So we're gonna have to figure that out. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. I had her close her eyes, stand on one foot, back and forth, kind of get her balance more like organized and calibrated, I guess.
I don't have any.
She has no balance.
Nope.
What we've also done is we've taken the skateboard, we've angled it so that it rolls into the grass, and I had her do this just one time right before this. So she's only done this one time, but basically just roll onto the board until it hits the grass to get used to the board moving underneath her feet, right? So go ahead and stand up on it again. You got it. Now let it roll. Ready, roll with the board. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Is that better? Wanna try it again? Except this time I'm gonna push you just a little bit. So get ready. Don't grab my neck.
Please don't push me.
I have to get the board to move. So lean forward, really dramatic. See, I didn't push her. She's just anticipating nothing. See, I'm just putting my foot in front of the wheel so it doesn't roll. And then I'm just letting go. And I'm letting her deal with it. That's a lot better. You weren't twitching this time. Okay, now all I want you to do is to push off a little bit. So the easiest way to push off for me is actually taking my foot and pointing it in the direction of travel. And instead of standing on it like this and going that way, it's easier for me to, I'm just telling you how it's easier for me. You don't have to do what I do, but you can do it your way. But basically I put my foot here. So I stand on the other side, I stand over the board, step on it this way, and then I put my foot on. Then I adjust my toes. But maybe it would be easier if you just step on it first with your front foot, push off a little bit, and then step on. Does that make sense? I'll hold your hand, but just try to do it on your own. Look at that, look! What do you have to say?
I feel kind of cool.
Yeah, see, it's fun, isn't it?
That caught my shoe.
Look at that, look at that! Oh my gosh, we're making a lot of progress. Okay. She also took her knee pads and elbow pads off. I don't know why. Whoop, bam! And that's it. Decommissioned. Your back foot is scared. Oh my gosh. She's going. There we go. Take that out. Whenever you're ready, you can let go. Check it out, guys. She's doing it all by herself. I'm not even helping. That's a lot of progress in one day. That's a lot of progress. That's crazy. How do you feel? Really good?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
It's kind of fun now.
You want to keep learning?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to push off?
Yeah.
Are you doing it right now? Oh my gosh. You just did it. She's pushing off. You went from not knowing how to stand up one to rolling down a hill in like an hour. She just did the splits involuntarily though. So she doesn't feel very good. And her knee's broken.
It's not
She says.
broken yet.
The knee.
Yeah.
Yet, after about an hour and a half of skating, she's learned how to stand on the board with no assistance, push off on the board with no assistance, and roll with no assistance. So now we're gonna have a final test because I feel like if you can do these three things, then you can ride a skateboard. I would call that riding a skateboard. So I'm gonna quiz you on standing up, no assistance, assistance meaning the crack, no wheels in the crack, not yet, not yet. And then see if you can push off by yourself and roll by yourself. If you can do those three things, then you've done it. Think you can do it?
Sure.
That sounds confident.
Yep.
That's all I need.
Sure.
Are you confident?
No.
Test number 1. Can you stand on the board with no assistance? Okay, that was assistance. You failed that one. But she is rolling. I'd say that counts as rolling and pushing off by herself, but the standing part she needed help with. She's still going. We should probably video this.
I passed the test. What? I stood on it without assistance.
Well, you grabbed my shoulders.
To get on the board, that's one thing.
That was the
I
first.
was moving, so I was standing by myself. And I was rolling by myself too. So I passed the test. I passed the last 2 tests.
She still has to stand on it by herself with no assistance. Whenever you're ready. Okay, you kind of fell off.
Stop.
It might be easier if you take... Okay, she did it. Never mind. You passed.
Yeah, I know.
How does it feel to be a skateboarder?
Nah.
Wow. That's rough.
Oh well.
All right. Well, that was it. She learned how to skateboard in a day, in like an hour and a half.
Close to 2.
Are you gonna do this again?
Probably not.
I pretty much taught her how to skateboard by herself. There she goes. So that was about an hour and a half experience. This was a fun video to make. I think we could make some more videos like this. But yeah, she learned how to stand up on the board, no assistance, how to push off on the board, no assistance, and how to roll with the board, no assistance. She's still going. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.